day. And there's just so much power in writing.
Oh.
Writing to yourself, writing to others that might have been gone, writing to your future self, writing just for the energy. But something you talked about earlier, and we talked about confidence building and talked about what you were able to overcome. And it's been the achievement inventory journaling practice that was introduced to me a couple of months ago. And that has really changed the narrative for me to be able to be even more resilient. Because when you start really just taking time to sit down and start writing all the things that you've overcome, you start becoming that, you start getting this voice in your head that says, and still I win.
Absolutely.
And realize that those obstacles, those problems, those things that seem so overwhelming to you, you've done hard things before. Absolutely. And so when you sit down and have that moment to realize all the things that you've overcome before, or even the things you overcame in just that day, it's this whole nother level of confidence that I got me because I got me, you know, and it's like those forces aren't as, you know, as hard and heavy as I think they are, because a lot of times we might exacerbate problems, you know, versus how do we shrink it, or how do we overcome it? How do we go through it? How we move to the side and then move forward? Like it is all up to how you navigate those challenges, but you have to be empowered to do so. And it takes that time to really just write it down, start channeling into your inner voice. Even when it comes to food, Coach Sam, writing down the foods that you know, what did I just eat that made my body feel all the way crazy? You start trying to really be intentional on shifting this relationship with your food. A food diary is key. Start jotting down what made you feel this way, what made you feel that way, because now you're being more intentional and aware of what you're putting in your body and how your body is responding to it.
And it's
with your body, not against
monitoring your body. Absolutely. That's definitely part of my program. So I get the ladies to write a proof list, and the proof list is all your achievements to date. So on those days where you are feeling like depressed, down, you're feeling low, look at your proof list and just know that you have accomplished all of this stuff, and your accomplishments are not over yet. You still got a lot more accomplishments to go through. I do also give a workbook along with my program for the ladies to be able to start monitoring what you said, what they've eaten, how they've started to implement their teas, how they've started to implement their tinctures, or what they've eaten today, how much water they've taken in today. Because again, for me, water was a big problem. I never used to drink water at all. Give me something sweet and sugary, soda, all day long. So for me, water was a challenge. Now I can't drink enough water. The water now to me tastes sweet. And that just goes to show how far I've come, because before it never used to taste of anything, but there's certain times when I'll drink water and it just tastes sweet enough for me to be okay. So those little things I find will help encourage the ladies in starting to journal, starting to take note of their journey, what they're doing, what they're not doing, how they can improve on certain things. And I think just keeping a guide on your journey will not only show you how far you've come in that journey, but on those days when you're feeling like it's overwhelming, you're not accomplishing anything, you can go back in your journal and say, okay, well, this is where I started and this is where I am now. So although today might not be a good day, tomorrow's another day. We're going to just pick it right back up tomorrow, dust ourselves off and start again. Like, we got this, ladies.
We sure do. And that was another affirmation that I had to create once starting that is, I know I got this. And that power within that affirmation within itself says, no matter what obstacle, challenge, conflict might arise, if I know I got this, and if I got this, the challenge doesn't. And absolutely. So I like that you kind of led into that. And I think another thing, and this we're going to go into our last two questions.
Yeah,
is that people dismiss. I think they feel like because it sounds so easy to work on your mindset, to work on your relationship with food, to be intentional about movement, they don't see the value in investing into someone like us, coaches that are willing to take them through that step. But if you could do it yourself, you would have done it already. And it's okay to have people to help you along the way, because then you know that I have somebody that's relatable. I have somebody that I know I can trust because their body wasn't doing what it needed to do. They had to get to a level of this, but I like their vibes. I appreciate seeing the creativity in what they're doing. I appreciate them showing me and telling me that I'm worth living a life that is better than what I'm experiencing right now. And you can't put a price tag on someone's vibrancy in their life and how they show up and see themselves every day. And so this journey that we're on as coaches, I feel like I am so grateful that we're here and we're able to see a way to collaborate and not find that it's competition, because there's so many people that need healing, and there's so many people that need to know that it's worth the investment to be on this journey, because your life is worthy of it. And the pain that you've always experienced doesn't have to be the pain you always carry with you throughout life. And it's bigger than that. And so I just want to say thank you for not allowing those challenges and those dark days and moments to overtake you to where you wouldn't be here today, that's having an impact on other families, not only just generational health, but your life as well as others. And I know it makes you feel good about getting up every day. I just know it does.
Absolutely. And I myself have coaches. I haven't done this by myself. I've done the food part and the majority of my journey by myself, but a lot of my mental work, I had to have help, because those were things that I didn't know how to navigate through. So I needed somebody who had gone through that experience and had come out the other side with results. So I had to get myself a coach. And I know a lot of people don't really want to invest in themselves, and I don't understand why. You'd rather spend your money on worthless things that bring you no real joy, when really you should be investing in yourself, investing in your health, investing in your mental state.